Just look at these. We're talking about perfect, glossy, incredibly tender candied yams, the absolute star of any holiday table. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to make this Southern classic. And here's the best part, you won't even need your oven.
Seriously, think about that. No oven required. You know what the biggest headache is during holiday cooking, right? Everything needs the oven at the exact same time. Well, this recipe completely solves that problem.
It is the classic kitchen nightmare. The turkey or the roast is taking up every square inch, and you're trying to juggle timers and casserole dishes. A crowded oven just adds so much stress right when you don't need it. And here is the elegant solution. We're moving this entire essential side dish to a single pot on the stovetop. You're not just saving space, you're getting way more control and making your whole day so much easier.
Okay, so to get that deep, rich, classic flavor, it all starts with having the right stuff. Let's take a quick look at what we need to build this dish.
All right, first things first, let's clear something up. We call this dish candied yams, especially in the South, but we're actually using sweet potatoes. Believe it or not, a real yam is a totally different root vegetable. So when you go to the store, make sure you're grabbing sweet potatoes. So here's our lineup. You'll need about 4 to 5 medium sweet potatoes. Then for that amazing candy sauce, we've got butter, 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar, and a 1/2 cup of regular granulated sugar. For that warm, cozy spice flavor, cinnamon, nutmeg, and a little bit of ginger. Then to really deepen the flavor, some vanilla extract, the juice from half an orange, and, this is crucial, a pinch of salt to balance out all that sweetness.
All right, let's talk prep. How you cut these is actually way more important than you might think. A nice, consistent cut is the real secret to getting them to cook perfectly evenly.
It's a super simple 3-step process. First, give those sweet potatoes a good wash and peel them. A vegetable peeler is going to be your best friend here. It's way safer and faster. Next, and this is a great little safety tip, trim the ends off. That gives you a flat, stable surface so the potato isn't rolling around on your cutting board. Finally, slice them into even rounds. Try to keep them all about the same thickness. Okay, now for the fun part, where the magic really starts to happen. We're headed over to the stovetop to build that incredible, fragrant candy sauce that's going to coat every single slice of potato.
Let's walk through it. In a big pot, melt your butter over medium heat. Once that's melted, go ahead and stir in your brown sugar, white sugar, and all those warm spices. Mix it up. Then add a splash of vanilla and squeeze in that fresh orange juice. The last touch, that pinch of salt. Don't you dare skip it. It makes all the other flavors pop.
Once your sauce is ready and smelling amazing, it's time to add those sweet potato slices. You want to gently fold them in, just making sure every single piece gets completely bathed in that beautiful syrupy sauce. But hold on, this is probably the most critical moment of the whole recipe. How do you cook them until they're perfectly tender, but not, a pile of mush? There is one specific trick and it makes all the difference. And here it is. This is the secret. You have to let the steam escape. If your pot lid has one of those little holes in it, you're golden. If not, just set the lid on slightly crooked, leaving a little gap. This stops too much water from building up so the yams gently steam instead of boiling, and you get that perfect tender but firm texture.
So, how long does this take? It's actually faster than you'd think. First, bring it all to a simmer and then cover it, with that vent, of course. After about 8 minutes, give everything a gentle stir to recoat all the slices. Around the 18-minute mark, you'll turn the heat down to low to let them finish. The whole thing takes about 25 minutes, but the real test is a toothpick. When it slides right in with no resistance at all, they are done.
All right, we are at the grand finale. The yams are cooked to perfection. Now it's time to create that incredible glossy glaze that makes this dish an absolute showstopper. So using a slotted spoon, you're gonna carefully lift the tender sweet potato slices out of the pot. Go ahead and arrange them nicely in your serving dish, but be sure to leave all that liquid behind in the pot for now. Now watch this incredible transformation. The sauce left in the pot is gonna look kind of thin. Don't worry, just turn the heat up a bit and let it simmer for a few more minutes. You will literally see it thicken up into this rich, beautiful, syrupy glaze. This step is what takes the whole dish over the top.
And for the best moment of all, pour that thick, gorgeous glaze all over the sweet potatoes. Make sure every single piece gets one last coating of that liquid candy. Just beautiful.
This quote from the original recipe really says it all. It's not just about the amazing flavor, it's about that texture. Perfectly tender, but with a little bit of bite, not mushy. When you get that right, man, it's just perfect. So, there you have it. The complete guide to making unbelievable Southern candied yams all on your stovetop. The only question is, are you ready to make your holiday cooking a whole lot easier and seriously impress your guests?